What is going on, everyone? It was day 7 of training camp for the Houston Texans, and so much went on. If you are going to the open practice tomorrow, let me know. I will be there, and I will be at every single remaining practice that the Houston Texans have available to the public. So make sure you guys are following me on my Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok for the latest Houston Texans news, rumors, and updates. And if you are new here to the channel, welcome. I drop daily Houston Texans content, and we are so close to 7K subscribers. So make sure you guys are hitting that sub button. And some of the videos and pictures that you will see today were taken and done by me. Now, shout out to the guys who we're going to be pulling these quotes from: Aaron Wilson, DJ Bieniemy, Cole Thompson, and my guy Cody Stutes. They do a fantastic job covering the Houston Texans. And we have some breaking news. Texans veteran corner Steven Nelson has signed an upgraded contract that will pay him a maximum value of $6.5 million in 2023, up from $4.5 million per league source, a $2 million upgrade. Nelson has been having a strong camp with 2 interceptions so far and a fumble recovery. Shout out to Steven Nelson, because we knew he was upset at the beginning days leading up to training camp. He was throwing shots at the owners, throwing shots at Nick Caserio, saying you cannot wear sweater vests every day and have people trust you. But he showed up on day 1, has put his head down. And if you were asking me, because I've been at 2 practices so far, and from what we've been hearing from everyone else who is there every single day, Steven Nelson has been one of the better cornerbacks so far in training camp, if not the best. No matter who he is lined up against, Nico Collins, John Mechie, Tank Dell, Noah Brown, Steven Nelson is giving them the business, and number 21 definitely deserves this $2 million raise, and it kind of, sets the tone for everyone else. You work hard, you will get rewarded, and I think this defense is going to get much more better with a more motivated and a much more bigger wallet for Steven Nelson. We do have an injury to talk about. Scott Quisenberry was carted off the field. Appeared to be a left leg injury for Scott Quisenberry as he was carted off the field. Rookie center Juice Scruggs will be next man up as last year's starting center is now sidelined. This is from our guy Cody Stutes. Center Scott Quisenberry was injured at practice and had to be carted off the field. It is one of the grueling aspects of football. Everyone hit their knee as the trainer attended to him and loaded him up. His teammates came over to give him their best. And when I say his teammates, I mean damn near every single person went over to him. It sucks for Quisenberry, who was playing well in camp to this point, and Juice Scruggs took over his reps after the injury. Man, it sucks to hear that about Scott Quisenberry, man, because yes, he was having a very strong practice, was being most of the time playing with the ones. We could have saw a season where Scott Quisenberry might have been starting in week 1 against Baltimore, but I am hoping for a speedy recovery. And hearing that damn near every single Houston Texans player went up to wish him well, it makes me feel so much better as a team. You can truly see that there is a family here in H-Town, man, and I just wish Scott Quisenberry the speediest recovery. Now we move on to how practice went, and this is from our guy Cole Thompson. Observations from day 7. Stroud rebounded huge today and also seemed more vocal on the sideline with players. Collins versus Stingley finally had a really good matchup. Juice Scruggs is about to be tested. Roy Lopez has looked better. And the annual Will Anderson did cool stuff tweet. Man, I think I heard that Juice Scruggs, after the Scott Quisenberry injury, played with the ones and played with the twos. He is definitely getting a lot of reps. I wonder if the Houston Texans bring in, another center to compete with him. Hearing that Stroud had a rebound day, man, is just music to my ears. A rough 2 practices, 3 interceptions in 2 days, and then an off day yesterday. I was wondering, how was he going to respond? And we heard that he responded well. That Collins versus Stingley matchup, the highlight is all over Twitter. Nico Collins, jump ball, CJ Stroud puts it into place where only he can get it. It goes for 6. Shout out to Nico Collins, who has been having a highlight almost every single practice. Now we hear from our guy DJ Bieniemy, and once again, he was on ESPN doing the Houston Texans some service. Shout out to my guy DJ Bieniemy. Today there was definitely better quarterback at Texans camp, and it was CJ Stroud. He went 6 of 9 with a touchdown. Had a couple plays where he scrambled, including a 19-yard gainer during 2 minutes. Rarely held onto the ball as it came out quick. Davis Mills went 4 of 12 with a couple drops. So in the last practice, it was CJ Stroud having other drops. Now in this practice, it was Davis Mills. But to hear that CJ Stroud was damn near on it, using his legs, something he rarely did at Georgia, and then rarely holding on to the ball, right? The past couple of practices, we've been noticing that CJ Stroud has been holding on to the ball more, trying to, find someone to throw to. However, it seemed like he was making quick and decisive decisions today. Some more observations from DJ Bieniemy. Through 2-team periods, CJ Stroud is having his best day so far. The ball is coming out quick, passes are accurate, and his timing looks good. Man, are we going to see CJ Stroud start to run away with this open quarterback competition that the Houston Texans are having? I don't know, but it sounds like he had an amazing day today. Now we hear from our guy Cody Stutes. CJ Stroud just led a methodical touchdown drive in the team portion of practice, hit Robert Woods on the sideline for a nice gain on a good throw, finished with a touchdown in the corner to Nico Collins, who hauled in the pass over Derek Stingley. Like I said, go to Twitter. That highlight is everywhere, man. And D'Amico Ryans, he has some praises for Nico Collins after practice. Now we get into the Cody Stoops observations. It was the best day CJ Stroud has had yet. The rookie quarterback was crisp with everything he did early in practice. Stroud looked in control and executed his ball placement at a high level for most of the day. It is awesome to see this type of practice after 2 practices where he didn't perform as well. It displayed Stroud's ability to bounce back. Now, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I had today's practice circled. After 2 back-to-back, not so great practices and, like I said, 3 interceptions in 2 days, I was wondering how is he going to respond after this off day, right? We know that these rookie struggles are going to happen, but how do you answer them, CJ Stroud? And to hear that he went out there today and just balled out, it gets me excited for the rest of training camp, the preseason, and I think CJ Stroud, man, he might start to run away with this open quarterback competition. CJ Stroud and the offense authored one of their best drives of all training camp on Thursday. Stroud was methodical in his approach and quick to make decisions. He started the drive with an effortless pitch and catch to Robert Woods, and eventually the offense was in the red zone. Stroud lofted one to the back corner of the end zone, and Nico Collins came down with it for the score over Derek Stingley. It was a well-executed drive. Later, Stroud had a scramble for 19 yards to get the team in field goal position. If CJ Stroud starts using his legs, guys, here, and, something that he really did not do in Georgia, watch out. Because that is another added element to his game that no one is talking about. Now we hear about 30-year quarterback Davis Mills. Davis Mills answered with a scoring drive of his own. Mills led the offense into the red zone, but didn't get all the way to the end zone. On one play in the drive, Jacob Martin came flying in as he didn't bite on the play action. The drive ended with the first sighting of Kaimi Fairbairn in the team portion of practice. The kick was good. And that was pretty much all we heard from Davis Mills. Not a bad practice, but one that was just overshadowed by a very brilliant performance from the 2nd overall pick in CJ Stroud. And guys, I am hyped. The running backs catch the ball well. San Francisco targeted running backs nearly a fourth of the time they threw the ball last year. I don't know if the number would be that high in Houston, but the backs are working on being ready. Dameon Pierce had a great play where he looked to be headed outside and darted back inside for a smooth catch and run for a first down. There was a highlight video today of them doing some end zone drills, and, Dameon Pierce was catching the ball at the back of the end zone. And Devin Singletary, man, I think it is the past 4 years, has had at least 30 caught balls. Dude, this offense, if, praying that it all works out, this offense is going to be deadly. While the offense started out hot, it didn't finish that way. The defense started to catch up and create some messy pockets for the quarterback. The operation was inconsistent from the messy pockets from both Mills and Stroud. I did enjoy seeing the offense combat the tough pass rush with some quick passing that worked well. Stroud had his best day, and Mills has had better days. But Stroud pulls ahead in the standings. Stroud leads Mills 3-2-2 through 7 practices. And I just got updated right now on Twitter via Aaron Wilson. Scott Quisenberry tore his ACL and MCL per league source, ending his season. Prayers for Scott Quisenberry. I wish you a speedy recovery. Now, I wonder who the Houston Texans are going to bring, back. Is it going to be Ben Jones? That's someone who was a free agent. But it is tough to see Scott Quisenberry go down with an ACL tear. Man, that sucks. That sucks. This just happened right now, guys. I'm, sorry to break the news.